It appears that the Confederates are in a state of panic about the Antiguan revolt. I'm picking up a high number of Confederate transmissions going back and forth between their outposts and their headquarters on Tarsonis. Most of the transmissions are heavily coded, but wait, here's something.
There's a General Duke calling from Alpha Squadron flagship Norad 2. We've crash landed and are being hit hard by the Zerg. Request immediate backup from anyone receiving this signal. Repeat, this is a Priority 1 distress call.
Zerg? Here? Serves them right. About time they got a taste of what it's like to be in there mixing it up.
Jim, I want you to move in and save that base.
I'm positive I didn't hear that right.
Arcturus, have you lost your mind?
Listen, I know Duke's a cold-hearted bastard, but an entire colony shouldn't have to suffer for that. Besides, a Confederate general could prove to be a powerful ally. This is an opportunity we cannot miss.
I don't like this at all.
I'm not asking you to like it. I'm asking you to do it.
Yes, sir.
Great. Let's get this over with.
Hello everyone, welcome back to StarCraft 1. We are doing the 6th Terran mission called Norad 2. Now as you see in the opening cutscene, we got our first look at the Terran battle cruiser. If those that have not even seen what the Terran battle cruiser is, it's basically the capital, it's the most, how should I put this? The capital ship of the Terrans. This is it's a battle cruiser. How do I need to say it? It's a capital ship. I don't know how to put this even more, but it's what it is. So this mission, we are rescuing that ship. So first things first, what you need to do is basically start building up SCVs with both your SCVs. Take Jim Raynor's Vulture and place Vulture mines around the perimeter of your base. That'll actually cover a lot more ground space and probably take out a couple of Zerglings before they get too close to those bunkers. First off, put a fire bat in a bunker, because that bunker right there where the missile turret is one of the key targets for the Zerg to attack you from. And then immediately just place move the engineering bay back. We want that as way back as possible, because we're going to be using that for upgrades. And at NORAD 2, put all your Marines inside the bunker to keep them safe. And keep the SVs nearby, and hopefully you are good to micromanage to keep those Goliaths alive.
Not enough minerals.
And the more SVs you churn out, the better your economy shall be. Now, there is a resource base located north of this position, up the ramp. You'll be seeing that in about a couple of minutes. So, the gist of this mission is, this is a over 20-minute mission. This is where it starts getting long if you're basically playing this casually. Since I am playing casually, and I've always played this game casually, so just play like you usually do. Just build SCVs, you're doing fine. Make sure after a while you build the second bunker, the barracks, and start churning out one for Marines, one for fire bats. You're going to be needing them a lot. This is a fire bat and Marine mission heavy. You can add some Goliaths in there for some extra firepower, both against the ground and the air, but Goliaths are powerful versus air. You'll see that in a bit. The completion of this mission is you need to bring 2 dropships and Jim Raynor to the beacon at NORAD 2. The problem is, don't rush with the starport immediately. After you do so, clear out everything as possible, because I've failed this mission before. Years ago, when I've built the starport, built the 2 dropships, put Raynor in the dropship, flew it over the spore colonies. Now, there are scourges and spore colonies around this area where you can't see. So, if you want to know what I'm talking about, take, it's just a cheat, Black Sheep Wall. This will reveal the entire fog of war on your minimap. You will see scourges. Scourges deal 110 damage on suicide. So basically, they kill everything in the dropship. Let me go to the unit itself because I have the guide with me. I'm looking at it now. The Terran dropship is it's not on this page. It's on is 150 health. So basically, the Scourge can take these defenses can basically end your life quickly. Oh, I lost a Goliath. Yeah, keep an eye on your those Goliaths because if they start going up, there are sucking colonies up there. See, and Zerglings too, so they'll wreck your life. But just keep your distance. I think I'm on the wrong chapter.
Base is under attack.
Alright. Yeah, so the Spore Colony does 15 damage per shop, so it can basically, if done correctly, and plus there's some Hydras around those Spore Crawlers too, so this is going to be the casual way to do it. The guide tells you to clear out a landing zone on the cliff area for the dropships to do stuff. It tells you don't go here on the northern part of Norad 2, right there, where I basically had the Fog of War area at. You could say F that and build a very big force. So as you can tell, I'm starting to build stuff, and I wish I could salvage that bunker right there. That bunker is useless, but to be honest. So there's never going to be a single force that comes on the south right side of your thing. I mean, you could put a Marine there, 1 or 2 Marines there, you'll be fine. However, nothing's going to be down there. Unless you're really bad. I don't know. You be the judge. So basically, after a while, just start when basically you'll be starved for minerals, mainly because you're both building both SUVs and Marines mainly, as well as supply depots. The fire bats too, because they cost 50 minerals as well, and I believe they're 25 a pop per gas, but I'm gonna be lying. Let's take a look. Yes, 25 gas. So basically, this is also the first mission that introduces the Goliath, the mechanized anti-air, and basically become the main staple of Terran factory infantry that deals with a lot of stuff. If you've seen competitive play, you've seen the Goliath in a lot of plays when it comes to mainly Protoss, Terran. You see it little on Zerg because the Marine is used a lot in there because of how mobile it is. So after you have a good little force, you can basically take this force all the way up to the north, as I'm showing right now, and basically clear out this little expansion area. So there's not that much here for you to take out. However, it does take an archway to a Zerg base, and there's a Zerg base to the right of this down the cliff where the mineral and gas is. And you could basically take this and just build a command center there, and there's your extra source of minerals. And when you get a chance and you feel like you're strong enough, just build a command center and just start building stuff immediately. Oh, and be careful because this is Brood War. You gotta be careful with your money because as soon as you spend that, you can't build a command center. Just be aware of that. This is not a StarCraft 2. So what you have to do is basically protect that command center from being built while bolstering your defenses back at home. See what I mean about that one bunker? That's what it's gonna be. So what you're supposed to. So after a while, once you get a bigger force and your money's stabilized, go ahead and start throwing a lot of upgrades in. You're gonna need the upgrades a lot. And as you can see, I'm floating gas above 300. What you should be doing is building Goliaths as well with your force. But since everything is so dirt cheap, we won't be building mech until the later missions of this game, because what's a mech army without some siege tanks? Mulus is so bad with this range. I mean, like, if you're good players actually know how to do this. So, just be very careful. So after a while, you'll start after you get the second expansion up, start building SUVs out of that, and if you can, start transferring. So yeah, that's where I was talking about earlier. There's a ramp right there that you can go up and basically nuke everything. Just be careful not to have Rainer die. So at this point, you just want Rainer to hang around the base.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Or fix them up like I'm a complete idiot, waste your minerals, but you do need the minerals to maintain this income-wise. So just leave them there or bring them back to the base, and that's it. What I'm doing is kind of stupid, and I'm basically sending that army, whatever's left of it, to basically die. So what I'm doing is trying to reinforce it. So that's why this mission is going to take a little bit longer than usual, but that's nothing I can do. I mean, I'm doing what I had earlier, and also keep paying attention to the NORAD too. As soon as you get enough resources, you can basically start repairing that battle cruiser, and it'll survive a little bit longer. Also, any upgrades you make also affect the battle cruiser, the down battle cruiser. So at this point, you can nuke this. There's the Scourges, and the enemy unit that you're basically seeing right now is a Queen. And which does a lot of stuff. We'll be getting to the Queen later in the Zerg campaign when we get around to it. Now, to build the Goliath, you need a factory and an armory. So at this point, I mean, you can build the Goliath to actually help reinforce your bolster. This is where the point where that second expansion comes into play, and always keep an eye on your supply. You're gonna be, and the gas gonna be used a lot. But Goliaths are so cheap. 120, I believe there are 125 minerals and 50 gas. Let me double check. It's so nice to have a construction manual with us. And my verdict says, no, it's 100 minerals and 50 gas. Man, they're dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. And the only gas units you have here is Firebats and Goliaths. Oh, and you have the Wraiths and the dropship as well. Next mission, you're going to be getting both the Science Vessel and the Siege Tank. Oh, that was my bad. So we're going to leave it alone, and I'm going to send another Suicide Squad to the enemy. It's not fine. I mean, like, at this point, you should have at least 3 or 4 barracks, basically building 2 building for Marines and just Marines, the other 2 building Firebats, and when you basically get the 5th barracks online, start building a lot more. Well, actually, no, you're still on 1-1 because you need science facility for the other upgrades. My bad.
Upgrade complete.
And yeah. So, what you're supposed to do in this mission is to clear out the blue sector of this mission, which is basically right near a mineral patch, right where you basically took this free expansion. There's a mineral base right there. You take that out, and you start basically clearing out the spore colonies right there. You gotta have vision of the high ground to do so. You clear that out, you get a dropship, and you basically land stuff there so they can clear out a lot more stuff. That's the easy route. That's one of the best routes you could probably do. But the fun part is what I'm doing right now. It's like, I don't care. I want to nuke everything inside. So I want to take out the north. I want to take out everything, and that's where my money starts floating. So we're going to let this group fight, and we'll be basically paying back attention to the to everything else. So and the upgrades that you need here is the Marine range as usual, and the stim packs. Man, these things rip through everything. I mean, yeah, I lost this because of how fragile they are, but the fire bats just wreck everything. Also, you can deplete your resources.
Base is under attack.
Goliath, you want a piece of me, boy? Vito, you want a piece of me, boy?
I'm not gonna use while looking at the strategy guide for this. So basically, I'm building a second armory for whatever I can, because I've got the gas, I've got the resources. Building the 5th barracks, and then beyond that, I will be building the. Oh, I forgot. You can also build. I forgot to say that you can also build the 6th and final barracks for this mission to help increase the production to make life fun for you, as well as building supply depots, and that's basically it. Also, you're at the point now to basically start building dropships. So just keep pumping out Marines, Fire Bats, and Goliaths, and get the 1-1 attack armor and on both your stuff, so you basically just destroy things faster. This is the I think the second to last mission where it's the game keeps the easy difficulty on for you, because I think when you get to the point of no, I'm lying, because you got 3 more missions. Actually, no, I'm lying. But anyway, yeah, as soon as you beat this, you got, I think, all the ground stuff except 1 unit. But we won't be rarely using that. So now we can clear out this, and my goodness, it's so murderous when you have actually a lot of stuff. And yeah. So that cliff face right there, that's where you're supposed to bring a air unit or scan something to take out the spore colony, so you can have perfect vision over that. This base is pathetic. You basically kill that so quickly. Just make sure that you're on top of stuff. And that's basically it. Like after a while, you'll start from, if you want to build the starport, you could have had it built already with the control tower. You could have race this to the armies. They can basically pick off overlords. Now, I did not mention the mobile detectors last part or mission. That is my bad. I basically glossed over it. The mobile detectors for the entire game is different. Is 2 of which are the set they've kept. 2 which one of which they've kept the same. 1 has been modified. And the 3rd has been, their complete total unit has been added to the game. They just removed the old one. For the Terrans, they have the science vessel. That thing can do a lot of things, like irradiating targets, EMP shockwaving, and also doing the defense matrix. They're all really good situational research or spellcaster abilities for the science vessel. Irradiating, however, irradiate only works on biological. So, if fighting Zerg, yeah, you have to have the irradiate research because mutaballs and everything. Defense matrix is also nice for all three of the matchups. It gives a shield to the Terran for 200. I don't know how, but it's close to invincibility. That's how it is. The last and final ability, EMP shockwave, basically affects. Basically, it basically affects both stuff with energy, and also affects shielded targets.
Base is under attack.
If I remember correctly. Yeah, God, the Terran is because I'm probably thinking of the StarCraft 2 variant. Yes, EMP shockwave destroys shields. All shields. So this is the second ramp. See that ramp right there? We'll basically head back up there. So another use for the science vessel is irradiating another science vessel and doing what's called the lawnmower. It has been used in competitive play of StarCraft 1 just to kill the drone line in Zerg. Other than that, science vessel has been only seen in mainly Terran and Protoss and Terran and Zerg matchup due to a lot of situational. You'll rarely see it in Terran versus Terran. The Zerg's mobile detector is in fact its supply, the Overlord. The Zerg Overlord is. It's not only that it's a Overlord, it's a supplier. It's also a transport and is the only way that Zergs can get vision of a lot of things. They have 2 upgrades unique to them. Well, 2 upgrades in general. Oh, look at that dancing SV. Dancing SV. Shout out to the dancing SV. Yeah, shout out to Brood War AI at the time because I actually just watched that for a good 15 seconds. It's not bad, but anyway, there are 2 upgrades for the Overlord. There's actually no, there's 3. Oh boy, we got 3 upgrades for Overlord. We got the increased Overlord speed. We have the transport, which turns them into a flying dropship, and we have the sight upgrade. Yeah, the sight upgrade. You can see farther. So now we are, and last but not least, we have the Protoss Observer. The only detector that is cloaked, and it's really weak. That reason why the cloak is defensive, basically defense. That's the only defense it has, and all due to the fact that it's got the same hit points as a pro, but it's got the lowest shields of everything. And I do mean everything. However, it has 2 upgrades that kept over to StarCraft 2. It's got. Well, we're in for some chop. I don't think so. Mainly the movement upgrade was moved into StarCraft 2. But
Your forces are under attack.
Destination. Strap yourself in, boys.
The upgrade that you got was Sight, which increased the observer's range. We'll be getting to that later. This is the ending. Yeah.
Confederate piece of
Jim, enough.
I love
I'll
that.
handle this. The Confederacy has fallen apart, Duke. Its colonies are in open revolt. The Zerg are rampaging unchecked. What would have happened here today if we hadn't shown up?
Your point.
I'm giving you a choice. You can return to the Confederacy and lose, or you can join us and help save our entire race from being overrun by the Zerg. I don't think it's a difficult decision.
Join forces with you? I'm a general, for God's sake.
A general without an army. I'm offering you a position in my cabinet, not just some backwater post. Don't test my patience, Ed.
All right, Minsk. You got a deal.
You've made the right choice, General Duke.
I can't believe you're really gonna trust this snake.
Don't worry, Jim. He's our snake.
Catch you all
now.
next time, everyone. We'll see you in Mission 7. I think by far one of my favorite missions.